is that? Okay. Make a new stream? I don't know if I made a new stream or not. Oh. I have no idea if I made a new stream. So, made a new stream or not? Oh. I have no idea if I made a new stream. Alright, so right now we're on T-Mobile. And, how do we know which... We didn't make a duplicate or something. I don't know. I have no idea if we made a duplicate or not. I can't easily tell. Wouldn't be the first time. No. No, it wouldn't be the first time. So, okay, I guess we caught it in time. So, let's go back to the actual, get the Discord and everything else back up here. Ooh, that'd be nice. Very early winter outlook. That'd be nice to see. Okay. So, yeah. Alright, so what I'm talking about was we were just looking at, I saw a video on the, what I'm talking about was we were just looking at, some weather information. Okay, so now we're back, and so let's try to see if we can try to figure out what's going on here. Show you in top chat. I know. Okay, so, alright. Yeah, we're back. I don't know why. Every now and then, this live stream app on this phone will knock me off, and then I have to basically, if I'm lucky, I'm not going to end up with part 1 and part 2. That'd be nice. That'd be nice, and I won't have to worry about changing the titles. Part 1 and part 2. Let's see. Is this thing on? Yes, it is. To do. So, let me go back on my Discord here. Discord a go-go. I bet they probably wonder why we knocked them offline, so let's go back online. Okay. Okay, so, okay. Now, I made the screen smaller so I could see it, but this thing, but it's like, we are back on Snow Queen Radio Chat. Okay, so we're back in Snow Queen Radio, and so that's cool. So, as I was saying, people like to criticize the disenfranchised a lot. I don't support that kind of thing because I think it's kind of stupid, honestly, to say it's the disenfranchised fault if they don't have the training. But it is their fault in a way, because if they had properly chosen the proper educational options when they were younger, when they were in high school or at post-high school, instead of choosing something simple as often do, like a sociology degree. How many of them choose poorly chosen educated just choices? What I mean by that is, for example, a lot of people choose simple majors like I don't know, liberal arts courses. Which may sound great if that's if you want to be a teacher, but that means that if you want to be in the manufacturing field, you're going to need fields that are maybe in the sciences, possibly things like metallurgy, or chemistry, or electronics, or electrical, or carpentry. These are things that are going to be the kind of things that's going to open the door for you. That's one of the reasons why it is important to support the technical schools, the vocational technical schools. These are the ways that we can make our lives better for our young people by giving them the beginnings of the tools they need to at least potentially wet a few employers' whistles. If you don't have any technical skills at all, if you have nothing, you can sit there and you can create all the, the dream programs you want, all the special interest programs, what they call the pork barrel politics. It's not going to do anything. Because the employer is going to tell them straight out, any politician, look, Sue Smith and John Doe don't have the training to operate my pick-and-place machine from making service mode technology circuit boards for cell phones. They don't even know what a pick-and-place machine is. I'm not going to hire somebody that I have to go ahead and spend $10,000-$15,000 at least to give them the proper training and education. First of all, that was 1988. Even today, that job is probably not worth much. No phone today because, first of all, if you notice, I'm on the porch, country part. Okay? No phone today. Okay? Because I'm on the porch. I'm not going to lug a phone out here. And I don't have any way to easily plug my phone into my phones. Well, here's one thing that Marita is probably not over your head. If you don't have a job, or your job you got is just some kind of easy job that could easily be replaced by a machine, you're living on borrowed time. Okay? If you live in an area where there is no jobs of any significance, you're living on borrowed time. And if you try to move to a better place, when you say better place where there's more jobs, and if the other people are looking for the same jobs as well, you're going to have a harder time getting that job, especially if you lack the training and the skills needed to do the work. Alright? That's not a joke. Now, in the case of my friend Patty, she is 60 years old. She's trying to find a job, and yet she's having a hard time finding a job. She gets less money than I do. That's all I can tell you right now. Okay? And she has taken on so many responsibilities in her life that I would never want to touch half of them with a 10-foot pole or approximately a 3-meter pole. Okay? First one is the fact is originally I thought she had 3 cats. She has 4. She originally had 5. One passed away because she got squashed flat by a car. Then she has 2 dogs. The middle-sized dogs. Okay, they're not Rottweilers and not German Shepherds, but they're kind of related to like the pit bull family. Okay. And, like I said, I think they're bull mastiffs, which is still pit bull. And the point is that she's got these 2 dogs, then she's got a horse in a stable outside of town. So between all her horse fees and her dog fees and her cat fees, she was trying to pay for an apartment, and she did okay with the help of the fact she was on Section 8. But the building got foreclosed on for reasons I have no idea why. And the next thing you know, she already gave her 30 days notice because she said she wanted to get the hell out. She was hoping to find an apartment. Remember the mistake I told you about? You don't burn your bridges until you get to the other side. No, she burned her bridges before she got to the other side. So now she potentially, as I said, is probably sleeping in her car. Which I don't even know how she's going to be able to pay her more insurance on it. The pork barrels. Well, you know what? I'll tell you what. I don't agree with that, but here's what I do agree with. It's just an extension cord I figured I had on the floor. Right now, politics aside, here's one thing that I think all people, Americans, can agree on. Republican, Democrat, communist, socialist, communist, whatever communist, is that we have a homeless population that is exploding. And as long as no one is looking at the problem and looking at the causations of the problem and they were willing to work hard to try to find a way to fix the problem is going to continue to grow. And you're going to see more and more major cities start to develop, like San Fran and Los Angeles, and yes, even New York, because the homeless populations are exploding. Even in small towns like Winston, the homeless populations are exploding. So if we don't start to change things, if we don't start to relook at the issue, and stop saying, that's not my problem, when you realize, oh yes, indeed it is your problem. It's all of our problem. So we need to find a way to solve that problem. And I don't care if you're a Maxine Waters supporter, or if you're a Hillary Clinton supporter, or Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez supporter, or Donald Trump supporter, or somebody else supporter. Okay, it doesn't matter. The homeless population is not going to go away, regardless. If you don't take up the first sign and say, you know what, we're going to do something about this. That's when we can start to see change. Is when we can all huddle together and come up with a plan that works for everybody. And that's tough. And I'm not going to say it's easy. If we could do it, we could save our humanity. We could save our bacon. We can save our integrity and our decency and our humanity. If we don't want to do that, if you don't want to say, quote, this is my problem and I'm going to fix it. With the help of other people, we're going to solve the homeless problem one day at a time. One family at a time. That's what we got to do. I don't care if you like it or not. It's not going to go away. No, for short term. I did that as many years ago. True homelessness is growing. What you theory on that? Why is it my problem? I'm just wondering your point. It's not that easy to explain. To say it's your problem is because so many people have a misunderstanding. First of all, what's causing homelessness? Okay? That's one point I want to make sure you understand. There's a lot of misunderstanding about homelessness. Some of the stories are very complicated. Some of them are very cut and dry simple. The not so complicated one, there's a poor guy, had a job basically because of technology. The company decided that they didn't need him anymore. Basically, gave him his pink slip, told him to go collect unemployment. Lost after 6 months of unemployment, basically couldn't find another job because he didn't have the skills. There. That becomes your problem because now you have to figure out with your tax money how you're going to make sure that this guy can go back to school, get a degree in a field that he needs a degree in. What has been said by many people in the industry is changing too fast, and some of these schools are woefully behind the curve of technology. Okay, then we have the issue of those homeless that have mental illness, such as former veterans of foreign wars, including the people from Afghanistan and Iraq, okay, and suffering from things like post-traumatic stress disorder. These guys and men and women served this country in combat, and they are now facing so many anxiety issues because they haven't been able to get their lives back together after the Iraqi war, okay? That's not going to change, okay? But yet, the mental health system has failed them by trying to tell them, take 2 pills and call me in the morning. When the sad truth is, for so many of them, they should also have been offered the assistance to get themselves a place to stay that's clean, safe, and sanitary. However, one of the things I will agree with has been said is the cost. It is huge. There is not enough beds for all these people. I don't know what the best solution is here, but maybe somebody in the field who knows more of what we can do in the mental health field could come up and speak up on that. What can we do to help those who are suffering from PTSD, our former veterans who are served in our country in combat, the men and women who put their lives in line? What about the police and firefighters? Let's do the same thing. We forget that the men in blue are just as important as the men in black. Okay? The police officers right now are seeing these same issues every day too. They're out on the streets. A lot of them may get potentially killed and shot dead because of gang violence. Yet, I haven't seen too many say, hey, Officer Nick has been a good guy. He's always worked hard. He's got his pension. But why is he sleeping in his car? Because he couldn't afford to pay for his house. See, it happens to everybody. It's just a sad shame that everybody likes to say it's this guy's fault, it's that guy's fault, when the truth is you need to get to know the person. I do. Michelle has been for a long time our 11830. Because you're right, even FEMA has said during the next major calamity, we will not be able to save your ass, especially if it's a nationwide emergency. You're on your own, kids. Have your own food, have your own water, have your own shelter. What happens if you can't? Then you die. Okay. It's pretty cold, but it's true. So what she's saying, at least he even pointed out the same thing from FEMA's own notification to all the local emergency management people that they would not be able to help everybody in a worst case federal emergency. No, I don't think most homeless are necessarily lazy. And I have been helping firsthand. And the most important first thing you gotta do is the same thing I'm doing. Find something you're good at and do it. Even if it doesn't seem like it's worth it. Okay, in this case, this is what I do. I do YouTube. Yeah, you can throw all the Bronx cheers at me you want, but the truth of the matter is it's better than doing nothing at all. Okay, I come out here on YouTube every day. I do video at least once a day, maybe twice, sometimes 3 times a day, depending on the situation. And that's just because it's the one thing I'm comfortable doing is working for myself. That's another thing. When did it ever become an insult to become self-employed? Living Golden, you never even talked about that. What are you doing, Vesty? Oh, he's just chilling out there. Okay. That's one thing, that's a true point. There are people who are best to be self-employed for a lot of reasons. Maybe they don't get along with other people, maybe their personality clashes with so many people, maybe because maybe the way they do things, they need to adjust their setup so they can do them better. Okay, for example, I'm legally blind. My setup is not the same thing as the 20/20 sighted person. Compare my video production to R11830. Let's just say we both had the same equipment, just to be equal playing field. Okay, let's say we both had the same equipment. Now, I would have to set my setup differently, so I have all the controls set up by touch. And because of my hearing loss, I have to set the EQs differently than he does. Oh, by the way, I did order an inexpensive pair of the cheap Sony headphones, the new ones, for $19.99. That will be coming in a couple of days. And that will be not so much to replace my existing Nova 40s, but rather to supplement them so that Krista can have a pair of headphones to work with at the studio as well. So that we can both be listening to the sound through headphones. The only thing Michelle forgot to buy was the Y adapter. The only thing I forgot to buy was the Y adapter. Right, well, I can get the Y adapter, but for right now, for Krista, she doesn't need the Y adapter because she might want to set the console amplifier even louder or softer for her ears than my ears. So we'll test them out and see how that works. Okay? But the point is people need to be able to be creative and do things on their own sometimes. Let's see. We have a new person here. Torrens Garden. Hey. New here. How you doing, Torrens? I wasn't trying to ignore you. I was just... when I typed new, you said... New synchronicity? Hey Torin, what's up? Ginger Marie, hi Torin. Torin Gordon says, traveling through with my mind realms. Mr. Left, that's not, that must be what it was, Torin. I give contributions to a woman's safe shelter, but that's it for screw your legal blindness. You can work, you can choose not to. Okay, except one thing. You didn't... Hello, Ridley... How do you spell this? Rise. Alan, hello, how you doing? First of all, let's be honest here. As I said, if you are going to become self-employed, is that the same thing as insulting as if doing nothing to you guys? Especially living gold... Because you are self-employed. If you are trying to make a living on your own, which is even harder and worse than trying to find a job working for somebody else. Trust me. You're still working. You know, your money is not for nothing and your chicks are not for free. You're not living on the MTV. Well, okay, I'm living on YouTube, but I'm doing something. Okay? The only problem is, let's be honest, YouTube doesn't pay crap. Okay? Those good days of income on YouTube have pretty much gone way long ago. Because too many people decided to go with the same route. But we expect that, right? You don't expect that to change. Nope. So, you made an account on... No, I didn't yet. I looked at it, but I didn't make an account yet. So... Michelle probably will. But I think Michelle would probably be better to wait until it gets cooler because it's too hot for her right now. After all, she doesn't even have any way to type anything because she has no air conditioning. Except for the bedroom. I agree. Right. Well, about charities, it's true. So anyway, Rays, I just wanted to first of all say hello. Do you have any police cadets near your area? So what's your... I don't really know of any of the police cadets. We don't have an academy in that area. Most of the police officers in Winston are seasoned veterans that have been on the force for a long time. I don't think there's... I know of anybody new, but that doesn't mean that there may not be. It just means I don't know anybody that's new. The officers that have been in Winston Police Force for at least 5-10 years, you know, are very nice men, women, who do their best to protect and serve. It's a small town. We got maybe about 6 police officers, maybe 8 police officers tops. And that's pretty much the way it is. And I respect police people because they respect and protect and serve, and they treat us decently too. Unlike some of the big city police departments, Winston doesn't get a million murders or homicides or anything like that. It's pretty quiet. It's mostly traffic violations from speeding tickets and things like that. But that's, you know, that's expected. It's not too hard to understand that. Let's see. Well, self-employment is better than some people, but it isn't employment. If it isn't incomplete, well, living golden. I can tell you right now, there's a lot of employment options, especially in small businesses when they get started, that the first year's business makes actually operates at a loss. Now, I've been doing this for 8 years, but remember one thing. I'm actually 7. Well, 7. You can see about 8. You can see about 8. I started in 2018 when I set up the 2010 when I set up the channel. And then I didn't start actually filming until 2011. But the thing here is that it still makes an effort when you're actually starting to show some income on the bottom line. Plus now people are donating to my channel. And I appreciate their donations because it makes it a little easier. And the thing is, those people that are donating are obviously going to be, I want them to see the kind of content that they want to see. So obviously I'm working hard to try to find ways to make new content that is going to be more supportive and more of what my patrons want. Okay? That's a fact. I hope you I hope, Ms. Left says, I hope you do it, Michelle, because it'll be a good amount of side extra money for you. Yeah, they turn a blind eye into drugs. Drugs? Well, he's talking about, what Mr. Left is talking about is actually doing transcription work for people for a company. So what has this got to do with company, drug money? Oh, I think he was talking about the police officers. No, actually, the Winston police are pretty strict about the drugs. But there's just not enough drug crime in Winston to really make, the face like what's going on in major cities. It just doesn't, it exists, but it's not so rampant. Okay? Now, in the state of Connecticut, considering the decriminalization of marijuana and legalizing it for recreational use. It's already legalized for medicinal use. That's one of the major issues that would be an income-bearing source for the police departments going out the door. It's already been decriminalized in part in Connecticut. If you have less than an ounce of marijuana in your possession, you can smoke it right in front of a cop, and he cannot legally touch you. This is true. You might get a fine. That's about it. A fine. That's like misdemeanor fine. It's like the kind of thing that sounds like somebody who spits on the sidewalk fine. However, by the way, the district attorney in the state, in New York's Manhattan, has said, new policy, we will no longer prosecute marijuana crimes unless intention to sell or was also part of a violent crime action. In that case, then we will prosecute to the full extent of state and federal law in the state of New York. And unfortunately, and that's great, but the problem is, at the same time, it makes a lot of people wonder, how long is it going to be before states just someone throw their hands in the air and just say, let's legalize this stuff. Maybe they have to have tax revenue for the state. We can make money. Maybe we can finally get those people who are using marijuana for recreational use or legally can now go ahead and get a job because they don't have to worry about failing a P test. That would be what they need to do. However, it's still not going to stop the fact that there's still a lot of people who are unemployed. It's a lot better now than it was. But if you don't have the trainings and you don't have the skills, you're right back to being homeless anyway. But at least if you don't have to worry about marijuana use on your file, then maybe you might have a better chance getting a job if you got the skills. Okay? Marijuana also will bring money in. It's just bringing into Colorado. And the drugs in your building and dories. Actually, Dory doesn't really have a drug use other than the fact that she uses marijuana. But that's about it. That's all. And right now, we don't really talk too much about the one who shall not be named because we think it's not worth bringing her up. Hilly F is Torin Garden legit here. Let's see, what does he say? He says, Living Golden says, you could sell drugs too, Michelle. Good money, and yeah, but unfortunately Michelle would be a bad person. What she wanted to sell, she can do it legally. Go to pharmacology college. Go ahead, get a degree in the field of selling prescription medications. But there's already 2 pharmacies in Winston, and they're not hiring any more pharmacists right now. Nope. Definitely not. I don't know what that is. But, I'm not going to do anything that encourages people to do illegal activity. Okay? I made a promise to myself that I would do my best I can to live a good life and do the right things at all times. At all times. And that's not easy. Trust me. You can do better than that. I mean, if you want to break the law, you want to evade taxes, you want to sit there and act like you're high and mighty, someone's going to take you down. Take a look at what happened, for example, to all the kingpins in the drug industries. Take El Chapo, for example. El Chapo got caught. Boy, oh boy, he's not having a good time, is he? No. And you know what? He's not going to have a good time. Because he's done some bad things. Okay? By the way, karma will always be balanced. You do something bad to somebody, you're going to pay for it. Okay? Did you hear about what happened in Venezuela? That someone trying to assassinate President Maduro of Venezuela using a drone loaded with explosives? Yeah. That's right. People in Venezuela want him out of there so bad that somebody managed to acquire a drone. One of those quadcopter drones, put some explosives on it, and basically it said to blow up right in front of the guy. Well, that didn't work. I mean, it blew up, but unfortunately he didn't get hurt, or at least not too badly. The truth is, bad people, karma will always come back to bite them in the ass. No matter what you do, you can sit there and say, oh, I can get away because I'm elite. I don't care how elite you are. Karma will always kick you in the ass. Because karma doesn't like bad shit happening. Karma likes their scales balanced in the universe. That's what karma does. You know? People keep forgetting that. You can't get away by saying, oh, karma doesn't matter. Karma matters, I have to live with it. Yeah, that's the people downstairs phone. Hold on. Hello? Yeah, one moment. We got the phone system hooked up now for downstairs. So I can just transfer the call downstairs to her phone. I don't have to worry about looking for her right now. It just makes it a lot easier. So, but like I said, karma always wants to find a balance. That's the way nature is. Okay? You could still. I'm not worried about you. Besides, I've already passed the redetermination exam. The ophthalmologist agreed. He said your vision is never going to improve. In fact, originally said it's going to deteriorate and it's going to get a lot worse. Okay, hold on. Okay, they got it. Okay. If you listen on the phone here, you can probably hear the phone downstairs, which is the Model 500. Really, that phone. Wicked loud, too. So, alright. Yeah?
Ray's on the phone looking for Krista.
It's for Krista?
Yeah.
Well, just put the phone down and go get her. She's in her apartment, I think. Okay, so, yeah, did you say L33T? I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means either. I never did understand the elite code. Everybody talks about it, but I don't really understand any of that language, elite. Like PWNED, I kind of learned that one, but not that well. Let's see. Woohoo! Here's a fresh hot one. Death toll spirals. At least 82 killed after a 6.9. Let's get to the article over here. This just came in off the wire here. At least 82 killed after a 6.9 magnitude earthquake strikes Indonesia's Lombok Island near Bali. A strong earthquake near the popular tourist mecca of Bali killed at least 82 people and wounded hundreds more, damaging buildings in the areas. People were seen running into the streets screaming. It happened just 1 week after another quake in the same region killed more than a dozen people. National Disaster Mitigation Agency spokesman Sofopo Purwo Nugroho said the number of dead had risen to 82 with hundreds and others injured. Earlier officials said that at least 39 people have died. The United States Geological Survey said that the quake, initially listed as a magnitude 7.0 earthquake, later downgraded to a magnitude 6.9, was reported around 7:46 a.m. Eastern Time off the country's Lombok Island, located next to Bali. Wow. So you think I don't look at the news when it comes fresh and hot off the press? Of course she does. So things are shaking mighty fine around here. So who's in the background? The one I was just talking to was downstairs was Nikki. She actually... Oh, excuse me. You really want to see some content, right? Well, if the news happens to be a piece of article that happens to show up as a special report that shows up on my phone, I'm certainly going to read it to you, because this channel happens to be the kind of channel that does cover the real world and news events as well. Okay? And if you don't like the fact that I take the time to cover the real world around me instead of all the normal pomp and circumstance, hold on a minute. Hello? Nikki? One moment. Who are you looking for? Okay, you want Nikki? Okay. Well, I don't know who that is. Well, let me go ahead and let me connect you back downstairs and see if they can connect you, okay? Hold on a minute. Alright. So, like I said, I'm gonna cover the news as it comes up. And if you don't like that, not much. It is late, Michelle. It was surprised to hear you use them like that.
Michelle.
What?
I'm gonna transfer a call up to you.
Okay, just oh, for God's sakes. Which phone is this? Just transfer it to extension 19. That's the kitchen. Just flash the switch hook.
Yeah?
And then you get the second dial tone and just type in 19 and then hang up. Alright? Well, let me go take care of that phone call. Well, let's see what that is. Okay, I'm back. Caller got confused because I guess it's the roommate downstairs that was answered the phone. So the person was looking for somebody else that lives downstairs. So she sent the call back upstairs, and which confuses everybody. Would you do that? But I talked to the person. It was a gentleman. He was looking for the other lady downstairs. So, it's not Dory, by the way. It was somebody else. So, no, it's not necessarily Dory. Michelle always gets distracted. Yeah, Michelle, tell Dory that Mr. Laugh. The way she's going, she probably won't be too long before she does that anyway, because she keeps screwing everybody over, and then people get mad, and then they stop helping her. So basically, right now, Dory's in a position where she can barely find a place to live. Whereas, it's very different with Patty. Patty, like me, is normally a person that likes to stay to herself, which is very different. And Dory likes to screw people. Patty doesn't screw people because Patty, basically, like me, likes to stay out of people's hair. But then basically find out that Patty, because she's out of people's hair, no one knows where the heck she is. Dory, we know where she is. She makes sure everybody knows where she is on Facebook. Whereas Patty, I can't even find her. Sorry, Michelle's got Patty on her mind. I've got Patty on my mind because the reason I just told you I'm worried about Patty. I don't know where she is. I'm going concerned. And I don't even know how to reach her family. I don't even know if maybe she's staying with her friends or family or what. Maybe she has other people she's hanging out with. Or like she said, she might do just sleep in her car. Excuse me? Who calls sure as hell sound exactly like Dory? Well, I can't tell her something like that when she's not even physically here. The lady downstairs, her name is Aubrey. It's not Dory. She's a friend of Nikki's. Actually, they're both friends of Nikki's, except Aubrey is apparently a better person. Certainly a lot less overrated, anyway. Are you friends with her on, no, Dory? No, not really. I don't even go on Facebook much. Just, she's part of the group, but she's not really, like, we're not really, like, friends. You know, we kind of talk to each other, but we're not really, like, people I have her come over and have dinner too much anymore. She kind of stays to herself. Which is a little different. Does Dory still owe you $500 and did Patty pay you back. First of all, how could Patty pay Michele back when she actually disappeared before she got paid herself? The money, $15 that Patty owes, is, of course, Michele wants that back. But what Dory wants, what Michele wants back from Dory, is a lot more significant. Right? But Patty was going to pay Michele on Friday. She had already agreed to do this on Monday. Actually, it was Tuesday. And what happened? She's gone. That was the last time Michele saw her, was on Tuesday, last week. Which is on the 31st. No one knows where Patty is. Nobody. And that's a problem. That's why Michele's concerned. And it's because Patty's so much better than Dory. And Patty's a nice person. And you know, I've seen Michele get worried about people before, but she's pretty deeply worried because she can't even reach out to her because she has no way of finding out from her friends or anything because she doesn't know any of her other friends or her family. Patty, is, like Michele said, is a loner. She stays to herself except for a few very select people that she considers her friends, and Michele is one of them. But even Michele isn't even hearing anything, so she doesn't know what's going on either. Let's see. The thing is that I don't know where Patty is right now. And Michele's rightfully worried about it. Because Michele doesn't know what to do. She's having a hard time dealing with the fact that she can't find a person that makes her feel hopeless. And when Michele feels helpless, Michele feels miserable. And Michele likes to help people. But she doesn't know what to do because she has nothing. If she was to file a missing persons report, for example, what can she tell the police officer? Nothing. The saying is, somebody's missing that we know. That's not going to help. Ugh. Hello? Hello? Yeah, one moment. Okay. So, I'm just trying to say, like I said, I'm just growing concerned, and like Lumi said, it bothers me. I just can't. Oh, I wouldn't say all of them are. I mean, it's a small hillbilly town, really. It's not that big of a deal. One moment. Hello? Alright, I don't know if I can. Okay. No, it's just a small little hillbilly town. It's not that. I mean, we're the Connecticut hillbillies. You know, we're kind of like your typical, so many Appalachian hillbillies, except that we live in Connecticut in the foothills of the Berkshire Mountains. That's the only difference. Okay. Why are these people calling my phone line? Because I'm sharing the phone line with the people downstairs in apartment number 4. Hold on. Hello? I'll try one more time, okay? Just hold on. Okay. Yeah, I got a lot of people calling up, so downstairs. Town is full of village disabled, chronically employees. Since everybody in Ireland pumped up for see Grego fighting again. LG, the town felt like the hills have eyes when I was there. I've heard of that. Is that a book or a movie? I think I've heard of that. The hills have eyes. Maybe Patty is... It is theoretically possible. Live in Golden, and it is theoretically possible that Patty could be dead. She could have died in her car. It's not at all impossible. She's 62 years old. She looks good for 62. As our Live08052018 saw a picture of her. She looks really good for 62. And so did Ginger Marie. I showed her a picture of Ginger Marie too. It's not impossible. I'm willing to admit that's a very possible thing. But, that would be the better way to go. Instead of, say, getting shot or stabbed or raped or molested or something. Yeah, well, it's a better way to go, but heat stroke and heat exhaustion isn't exactly fun either. How do you know she didn't go into jail because of vagrancy or something? I don't... You wouldn't think I would see that in a police report, right? Yeah. You see a police report? No. Anyway, if you wonder why the light does that, it's because it's the stupid sensor on these lights. They do that. They just... It's the dawn and dusk sensor turn on and off, and then they finally turn on for good, stay on for a few hours. Alright, so... didn't you say she got evicted? No, she had an ejectment. But she was able to work it out with the bank that was in charge of the mortgage to let her stay for the time being until they found a person to rent the house or buy the house. But I guess she decided on her own terms that she wanted to leave anyway, so she gave her 30 days notice, and then she wanted to renege on it, and I guess they told her that she couldn't renege on it, so she basically shot herself in the foot. Been there, done that myself, so... Then she... Yeah, right. Speaking of beaver time, where in the hell is that guy anyway? Yeah, I could watch it sometime. I'm sure I can find it on Cody somewhere. Anyway... Let's see, typing on my iPod Touch is too hard for... Right, I understand that. So that's why, as I said, R11830 and all other people, instead of trying to type on phone, you can join me in the chat. It's actually still on Discord right now. You can go to the Discord. I got the Discord open right now for that reason. I know how much of a pain in the eyes and fingers it is to type in class. I know exactly what it's like. It's not fun, okay? So I realized I put the Discord on so people could join us on Discord. Okay, well, let's see. Your other news stories, yes, I can put them up, but obviously a person got mad about the one supposed to report with the situation going on with Indonesia. I don't even know if people are going to want to hear those stories either. Ask Nikki how she is going. I don't have to yell down to her. I can reach out and call her number, her extension. The news, yes. Yeah, I have some of those stories already. I can go back to those right now. In fact, let me just go to them. Let's see. The latest ones I've got. Let's see. Rich news stories. Let's hear a few of them. Let's see. Oh, this is a good one. This is an interesting one. Let me load this one up. This one says, machete yielding Nigerians wage war in an Italian city. A slew of gruesome attacks have taken place in the last week. Okay. So, let's see. Where's the extra comment? Oh, it's a video. Is it a video? Okay. Yeah, it's a video. I have to play it. Let's see. So, let's see if we can get this play. This is from News Wars. Stupid thing. Read it in European. Okay, I got it. Okay. It says here, Michele yelling Nigerians wage war in Italian city. Blood flows in the streets of Ferrara, Italy, as the Nigerian migrants wage war with machetes, axes, and knives, local media reports. A slew of gruesome attacks have taken place in the last week in shop, squares, parks, and bars, as gang members and drug dealers settle disputes with lethal weapons in a once peaceful bastion of high culture and gastronomy. It's a food culture. Police emergency services have been responding to scenes of frequent clashes where butchered combatants are found laying in pools of gore. Quote, a nightmare. We are at the fourth fight on the street in 2 days. Here it is, normal now, said a local official. Ferrari Senator Alberto Boboni has filed an urgent inquiry with the Ministry of the Interior, warning ferocious Nigerian crime syndicates have exploited the asylum system to infiltrate Italy. Exploited the asylum system to infiltrate Italy, according to a strict paramilitary. Oh, that's funny. Hello. Yeah, one moment. All right. Where was I? Okay, here we go. Paramilitary principle of territorial control aimed at the trafficking, distribution of drugs, the exploitation of prostitution, parentheses, including child prostitution, the trafficking of human beings, and the facilitation of illegal immigration. Balaboni asserts that the African mafia figureheads are already operating in Italian cities, where they are organizing and arming their troops to engage in the same tribal warfare ravaging their homelands. Meanwhile, leftists continue to downplay the existence of threat on Italians, instead denouncing concerned citizens as racists. Quote, faced with this scenario that should worry everyone, only the Democratic Party seems to worry minimizing the phenomenon and stirring a non-existent danger of racism, which simply does not exist in Italy, to justify the suicidal policy of acceptance for that unfortunately led Italians to the current situation, Balboni said. Wow. It sounds like MS-13. It does, and it sounds like the same thing where MS-13 is done in the United States. Coming in through the border with Mexico and has infiltrated many of the larger cities. There's a few other nasty gangs too, but that is certainly very much sounds like an MS-13 issue, and it is quite scary to think that Italy is being overrun with the same problem. Please call Nikki and ask her how she's doing. Because right now, like I said, Michelle and I said, we'll be doing it on Wednesday, the call-in show, which is when it's going to be combined with the Discord, the YouTube, and of course, us. Right. As far as Nikki goes, I can try calling her, but I don't know if she wants to really say hi to Moses Weekly on the channel. I have to ask her ahead of time. So, R11 says, Just realized my stream was like 30 minutes behind. That's why I was so lost. Whoops. Yeah, that happens. That does happen. That does happen. Golden, today was ruined calling phone 6 lines for me. What? Today, totally ruined calling phone 6 for me. Oh, okay, this is from it earlier. Why can't I call in? I wanted to talk to them. Because, like, okay, let me explain this. Michelle, will you take this time to explain this? Yes, I will. Okay. We will be doing the Discord, the YouTube, and the phones on Wednesday. Okay? Now, we will have to be in the studio for the Discord tomorrow so we can record the Discord stream using Audacity. But we're not going to be sitting out in the studio pretty much on Sundays because it's just too inhospitable inside that house. Sure, I got a phone right here. The problem is I don't know if Nikki wants to talk to anybody. Let's see. Stupid thing.
Hello?
Hi, is Nikki there?
Yeah, she don't want to talk right now. Who's this?
Okay, this is Michelle. Just tell her I called to say hi, see how she's doing.
Michelle. Hold on a minute, Michelle. Nikki wants to talk to you. 1 second.
Alright, and who is this? Is this Aubrey?
Michelle?
Okay. How's the phone working for you downstairs?
Well, it'd be a lot better if I wasn't getting harassing phone calls.
You've been getting harassing phone calls?
Yeah, from somebody on your live stream.
Well, those calls don't normally run through to your system downstairs.
Yeah, I don't know. They're calling this phone, and they're being very threatening.
Oh.
To the point that I'm like, that's why I didn't answer the phone. I had Greg, my cousin, do it.
Well, right now, those calls shouldn't be coming through to your phone switch because your system only has the one line that's the way it's programmed.
Right.
So I don't know how the phone calls from my show would be on your phone.
Yeah, I don't know, but they're calling. Well, just the one guy is calling this phone. I don't know how he got this number.
Well, there's only one possible way I can think of, Michelle, and that is when you transfer the calls down manually. Did you check to see which line? Oh wait a minute, I couldn't even tell that anyway. I can't tell it anyway because this phone doesn't have that line support on it either.
Yeah, it's weird.
Oh, well, let me check the phone switch programming in a little bit, and then I'll try to see if I can make sure that there's dot my I's and cross my T's. But how's the phone been working overall anyway?
Very well, thank you, Michelle. It's been very well.
Okay. By the way, tell Nikki that my audience said hello.
Tell your audience I said hello back.
Okay, well, right now they're listening to the phone conversation, so to speak.
Okay. Hello, and thank you.
What we gotta do is I gotta go down there, I'm probably, maybe this week, and pick up 2 sheetrock screws, and I'll attach that jack to the wall. So, I'll just come by sometime in a couple days and try to screw the jack in place.
Okay, love. Talk to you later.
Okay.
All right, bye.
Yep, bye-bye. Okay, so, yes, that is Nikki. I don't really know who's been calling the studio line. I think a couple times you forwarded it through to that. Yeah, but you can't because the line's not set up to forward. The line is. Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, so I don't know how they're calling my private studio line. Okay. Well, I have no idea who it was. So it sounds like Bob would do that. Maybe. Okay, let's... Hello? Yeah, who may I say calling, please? Alright, hold on, man. Well, at least it's better than having to run all the way down the stairs. Yeah. So. Alright, so what was I? You realize it's already 8:27? Yeah, I know. It's getting late. It's getting late. Let's see. Where was Pumpkin? I haven't seen him in a little while. You can hear the disdain in her voice. Yeah, well, she's not happy getting hammered with phone calls either, and I don't blame her. But I don't know anything about her calls. So, alright, so here's the deal. I want to remind you, this week coming up on the weekend, the Soup Kitchen on Saturday will be having a regular lunch on Saturday starting at 11:30 in the morning. It will be, of course, open Monday through Friday, during summer hours at 9 a.m. to 12:30 afternoon. And I will be there on Monday. I will do a vlog at the Soup Kitchen more than likely on Monday as well. We got that issue straightened out. I'm sure some of you will probably notice that. Which is nice because it feels good when I can get the quick vlogs and let you know what's going on and not have to wait and come home and then have to park my butt down here in the chair just to set up to do a video just for 5 minutes to just tell you, you know, what's going on. So that makes it a little easier. But as far as this, in 2 weeks, shooting will be done. Yes, in 2 weeks. Yes, that's right. So, it's going to be, our 11 East Streets are always going to be up here on the 17th to the 19th. And hopefully by that time, our 11 East Streets we'll have my new headphones I bought for the studio so that I'll see how they compare with my Nova 40s, which clearly I think are probably better, made a lot better than these Sonys. They're cheap consumer grade headphones, but they come with a 3.5 millimeter, 6.35 millimeter adapter, so that means they'll connect into our consoles. So we'll be able to use it to have multiple chats in the couch. And that's what we'll probably be doing in the near future. Amen. Amen. He says here, Ted Theologian says, can't wait. Quincy Report said, Ted, the MMD documentary commemorative set goes on set to sale on Wednesday. It will be out for 2 weeks. What kind of release date are you planning for at R11? Is it going to take a while to edit? I know. Out on the Wire says, have a great one, everybody. Looking forward to R11's work. I'm looking forward to seeing it too, especially since he never really discussed how he's going to distribute the final product at this point. That could be any way he wants. The first thing I noticed is that, what? Oh, I was just thinking is that, how is all this new documentary going to change your life? I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Let's see. Says, R11 says, winter during the Yule would be appropriate. Well, I'll certainly give you a couple months to actually get the content put together. Of course, it says, Quincy Report says, perfect time to whip up some hot cocoa for your MMD documentary. Come right to mug. Yeah, well, I think you got to see the documentary first. So you're going to be putting all your plugs in the documentary. Don't forget to leave room for ad breaks. Yeah, and definitely. And also, I mean, there's nothing wrong with putting in your plugs. And speaking of plugs, Michelle, you haven't been talking about Tunnel Bear lately. Oh, yes, I haven't, right? I pretty much just been posting the links, but I haven't really talked much about Tunnel Bear. A little bit to talk about Tunnel Bear. Tunnel Bear is a VPN that's very simple and easy to use. You can protect yourself by encrypting your data so the bad guys can't sniff your packets, and therefore, because they can't sniff your packets, your data is encrypted with 256-bit AES encryption between you and the Tunnel Bear servers. And you can try Tunnel Bear for free. That's right. There's a free 500 megabyte trial you can use. This will give you the chance to try out Tunnel Bear, and it won't cost you anything. And they're also offering 2 Tunnel Bear deals. One of them, which is get 40% off the first year of Tunnel Bear by buying the plan up front for the 1-year plan with unlimited Tunnel Bear protection. And the software works for both PC, Mac, newer PCs than newer Macs, guys. Sorry. Windows XP, I don't think it's supported. Neither is Snow Leopard 10.6.8 anymore, unfortunately, for me. However, they also have an Android app and an iOS app as well for the newer iOS phones. And check out the links in these descriptions below to find out more about the Tunnel Bear plan. Protect your family, protect your friends, and protect yourself. And they also do offer a firewall option too. There is a firewall option. There is a firewall available option on, I think, on some of the newer desktop apps as well. Not bad. You can actually keep yourself safe. Let's see. Oh, by the way, another thing that Michelle's not trying to be funny about, I want to let you know, people are talking about the situation of security in YouTube, and a lot of videos are now being migrated to Pornhub by content producers, because Pornhub is welcoming a lot of content from, for example, gun enthusiasts are producing and uploading the videos on Pornhub. That has some very interesting connotations. I'm gonna shoot my wad. I got my gun button. I got my powder. I got my shot. Oh yeah, I'm gonna shoot my other wad too. Oh God. And I'm gonna do a video showing both. Oh. Okay, I've had an email for you. I'd like you to, for you to send pics that we are showing it on, what? Okay, nice plug, Michelle. Could report says, let's get a little fast down here. I don't know where I've decided to go with Teespring, bring for convenience. I do believe they shill internationally. If they shill internationally, if not, I can get one and send it to myself. WTF? I don't know where. Awesome. Soundbite. Theodore Logan says, looking forward to seeing that, CR. Actually, you know what the thing is why, okay, so why would all the gun owners, not all, but some are actually using other sites too, but why would all the other gun owners decide to take their gun videos to Pornhub? It sounds so strange, but that's exactly what's happening. Many gun owner videos are now going on Pornhub because Pornhub doesn't have the same level of policies that YouTube does. Pornhub doesn't mind because Pornhub actually likes that because it gets them a little more likely that someone's going to see some other activity. You have to be 21 to have a gun. You don't have, yeah, but that depends on which state you're in. But here's the deal. While you're supposed to be at least 18 to see porn, I can tell you right now that Pornhub only asks you, are you 18 plus? Yes, no. That's it. Obviously I am, but I may imagine a teenage person, a young teenager, like 14-year-olds, those, yes, they get to see all the naked bodies they want, right? Or see all the men, hot, sweaty, balding guys walking around with their little militia uniforms, shooting their favorite firearms. And I don't mean the kind that's necessarily in a gun barrel. It's ugly bad. Well, it's true. It's just strange. It's just weird. Okay. Have I been watching porn? I've watched porn in the past. Not recently, but I have watched porn in the past to see what the big deal of it is. But I'm not really into watching it on a regular basis. Pornhub is one of the only other places capable of handling stuff the way YouTube can. Most sites simply cannot host that many videos and streams them around the world. Right, that's exactly correct. I don't even think Real Video could do it either. No, Real Video right now is just starting out. Real Video is just starting out. But yeah, you're right. Pornhub and possibly X-Hamster, and maybe even a few other ones I saw. But Pornhub is the big one in the porn sites. So obviously for Pornhub to have content that doesn't involve porn is actually very interesting, because the fact is that they're not sitting and going as, hey, I don't want this crap on here. We're for porn, not for guns. But they seem to say, you know what, it's okay, we'll go on in. The water's fine. Man, they'll be able to shoot off both of their loads at the same time. It's okay with us. I seriously, I find it absolutely amazing that they would. How about X-Hamster? It's another porn site. Well, if I was going to do a porn talk show, I probably would do it on Pornhub. Makes sense, right? You could set up account on Pornhub, but does it cost any money? I don't know. Oh. Right now I got enough. I'm spreading myself a little bit thin right now, just trying to do all the streams I do now. To sit there and cover porn on top of everything else, I think it'll be a bit much. Ugh. What?
Is that live on TV?
Excuse me?
Is that live TV? Is it live?
Yeah, we're on live now. Why?
On a TV show?
Yeah, on YouTube.
What station? Oh, on YouTube.
On YouTube. Do you want the link?
What?
Just go to www.youtube.com, search for MicheleMarieDalene, or www.youtube.com/user/BICHELA. Alright. Separate site and advertise porn on it. Well, they could do that now, but I guess they decided that they're going to put the porn on it anyway. Right. So technically the site will still probably stay the same site. I might just go ahead and just create a canonical name entry in the name server, and then maybe they'll call it Gun Hub. I don't know. I think Pornhub is more fun because it's like some people have as much excitement about gun as they do about looking at their nice little friend below the legs. That's true. I got a nice 6-shooter. Oh, I got one between my legs too. Nice lady, cocked and ready to go. Oh, yeah. All right, so well, yeah. Michelle, what are you on about doing? Okay, what are you on about doing porn? I'm not sure how to read that. Mr. Laugh says they will probably end up just making a separate site and just advertising porn on it. Out on the Wire says a porn live chat. I mean, Michelle, you can talk about your favorite porn. Ted Logan says favorite porn genre, Michelle. I can talk about it now. It's not really much. Michelle likes lesbian stuff. Yeah. She likes large busty women. Not necessarily fat people, but just large busty ones. Well, some skinny ones are okay too, but I'm not really too much into the man and woman thing. It just doesn't get me excited. I mean, we all know the I don't know what Patty does at home. She doesn't even have a computer. So I don't know what she does. Would do with Pornhub. Well, Sherry asked me if I could videotape her and her husband doing it, and I told her, I said, nope. I said, not going there. So, like I said, Michelle, the videos always get the best at the end. Yeah, well, we're still on, so it's not ended yet. No, it's not ended yet. Sherry Heaton and her husband, Sean, asked me if I could do a video of them, and I said, nope. I said, I'm not interested. I said, I'm sorry, I'm afraid that would be way more than I want to deal with. I think the camera would have died too. The room was, I mean, it's a built, I don't know, it just didn't appeal to me. Oh yeah, well, that's what she wanted, but I said no. Well, right now I haven't even quite yet figured out what I'm gonna do with the Get Real with Michelle channel on Real Video yet, because I actually only put one video up, and already I got a lot of people kind of getting a little bit upset with the video because they think I'm basically just a wanker. Actually, it wasn't that many people. No. Yeah, she said she wanted to be put on Pornhub. And I said, no. People can vote on what movies to do. Well, Rich said, now let's just try to start small and get ourselves established before we start worrying about exploding and doing a multinational campaign, okay? Because after all, get big too fast, you die too fast. That's common sense in business. Says, taking notes for documentary, so I think the floor would have caved in from 3. I'm not as big as you think. Michelle's not as big as you think. She's actually pretty light. Well, compared to Sherry, she's light. Michelle, you should start a port, please. Just when you think you couldn't learn any more about it. Yeah, I know. Too many pieces. Too much information. Too much. This thing is getting ridiculous. How's the battery doing? 88%. Nah, is that good or bad? Well, this battery's doing good. I don't know about this one. I didn't check the phone here yet. Let me just check here. Yep, that's charging good. That's, of course, you're still crooked. Yep. That's better. Okay. So let's see. Anyway, well, as far as the situation, let's see how we're doing with our Discord people today. We're still talking? Yeah, we're talking. Okay, where are they going? They're listening, I think. I don't know. I don't see anybody posting comments in chat. I see 3 thumbs up in YouTube, Snow Queen chat. And of course, Super George 40 again is talking about the Black Babies thing. Let's see, what else we got? We got in general chat, we have Ginger's Insane. It's talking about Discord for Ginger Marie. I don't quite get that, but that's not my situation. I don't want to get involved between that. It's their conversation. But anyway, let's say much better without the Discord artists. Well, they're still there. They're still listening. Yeah, they're still on. They're listening right now. At least I think they were listening. Well, there's no one else. There's no one showing up in the chat, but we're still broadcasting on Discord right now. I think all this talk is making Michelle a little frisky. No, it's not making Michelle frisky. It just happened to meet a Michelle. It's just like she said. She's just trying to have a little fun with you guys. Seems like every time we get in the show, it takes me a while to get in the mood. Really, like the first hour, it's like trying to push a rock up a hill. And then finally, when she's out on top of the hill, and you're all winded, she sees that there's a nice, smooth down incline. And then Michelle does this stupid thing, jumps on top of the rock, and then she gets flattened. Okay. Oh no. I can't say. Speaking of porn star, whatever happened to Blue Iris? Because she one time tried to chat online, and I didn't get a chance to talk to her much. So I do wonder what happened to Blue Iris. And yes, she does have a real page on YouTube. Yep. No, probably not. No, probably not. No. But, certainly an interesting question. Oh. Okay. Answers one question. Our 11 each trees are okay. I was wondering what happened to her. Her name would be like... Actually, that wouldn't be a bad name. If Michelle was interested in that stuff. Yeah, if I was interested in that stuff. I'm not really interested in porn at all. At least not being part of it. Blizzard Storm doesn't sound too bad. Let's see. By the way, let's talk about quickly the weather for the Wednesday area. Because, you know, we do need to consider that on Wednesday I want to try to get some of the people into the studio. Right now it is 24 degrees Celsius right now, okay, outside. And the weather is, humidity is at 85%. I got the window fan blowing on me. It's not, it doesn't seem so bad. The dew point is at 21 degrees Celsius. Now, going for the next few days, we're going to see that tonight will be down to 19 degrees. Monday, August 6th, which is the Discord stream, there'll be a high of 33 and a low of 22, partly cloudy. On Tuesday, August 7th, it'll be scattered thunderstorms with a 50% chance, a possibility of a high of 32, a low of 21. Wednesday, again, scattered thunderstorms, 40% chance, possibility, a high of 30 and a low of 19. Oh, God, tell me I don't want to sit in that room and cook. No shit. Let's see, for next Sunday, I don't know if it's going to be on the porch or not. I'm just going through this real quick, looking into the future. I don't see any real significant temperature drops, but I do see that by Thursday, August 9th, it'll be a high of 28, a low of 18, partly cloudy. Friday, August 10th, says it'll be a high of 29, a low of 17, with mostly sunny. Unfortunately, it does not go all the way up to the 17th or the 19th, so I cannot tell you R11H30 what kind of weather he's going to have in Winston those days. But given the trends I'm seeing here, it's probably going to be hot and sticky. Hot! It's going to be like 30s like 85, 30s like 80, no, 30s like, yeah, 87, 86. Okay. So, here's a quick guideline. If you take 20 degrees to 68 degrees Fahrenheit, okay, so and you add 18 to that, it'll be 30, and that'll be 86 degrees. It's 30 degrees Celsius. So you figure out between those two temperatures, let's say Michelle would prefer it to be like 23. 23 with relative humidity like of 10%. Yeah, nice and cold. Can't you cool things down like you the pizza? Not the weather, not during my non-season. I can't change the weather during my non-season. But I cool pizza, and I did cool some chicken casserole. We had the soup kitchen, same way I cooled the pizza, and the temperature did drop. Slowly. A little bit faster than if you did blew on it, but not by super fast. But it was certainly cooler when I was done. Like I would do with the pizza. I'll show our Larry Street how I do that when he comes. Can you cool things down? Okay. Okay. So Ginger Marie's going to bed. You know, I'm gonna be honest. Before Ginger Marie goes, I really think we need to find a way we can get at least one day of the week, maybe earlier for people in Europe to actually be able to join the live streams. Because they end up getting up so late. It's like it was midnight when we started in her time in Ireland. And I was thinking that maybe we could start the live stream, say around on Sunday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I wanted to know what you thought about 2 o'clock in the afternoon Eastern time. It would be good for a lot of people because a lot of people do have to go to work on the, on Monday. So what I was thinking was maybe we could do the live stream, say one of the days a week earlier in the day. Michelle's not supposed to mess with the weather season. This technically is another steward season. Michelle has no control over this season. Cooling a pizza does not affect the work of another person. It does not encroach on another weather steward. The only way Michelle could do that is if Mother Esna gives her permission. It's the rules. Big difference between cooling a pizza and cooling the upper atmosphere. Right now, given what's going on right now on the West Coast, it's mostly baking really, really insufferably bad. But the East Coast just is close to normal for this time of year. It's 85 degrees Fahrenheit, 30 degrees Celsius. So that's not unreasonable for New England. But I just hate hot weather. I really... Before cooling, you'll be able to see that. We're gonna, our 11H30 and I are going to tape that. We're gonna go to ABC Pizza. We're gonna go get a pizza because I've told I'm gonna treat her to dinner anyway. We're gonna cool pizza, and he's gonna hold up an infrared thermometer and see if the pizza cools down. Most important thing is that we're keeping the weather is not a party trick. Okay, Michele has always respected the fact that she has only her season is 3 months out of the year. She's always said, during those 3 months of the year, I am not permitted, except for special circumstances with mother's permission, to intervene in anyone else's season. Okay? A couple of years ago, Michele did do all 4 seasons, but she really wanted to get back into just doing winter, and mother said fine. She found someone else to do summer, and she wanted to replace him for spring. So quietly, Michele was giving back the role, just dealing with winter, and I think you do autumn sometimes. Right now, I do autumn and I do winter. Yeah. So, but autumn is already kind of in the process of cooling down, so it's a lot easier for me. I think she's got somebody coming up for autumn too. It's not a paid position. It doesn't have to be. No, it doesn't have to be. No, you're right. It's that's one thing that some people forget. It's a job, but it's not something I'm paid for. Well, no, the pizza is not really necessarily a party trick. This is something that Michele can do year round. It does not upset Mother Oz at all, because who wants a scarfed on hot pizza? I mean, excessively hot pizza. All right, there are some things I can do, and it doesn't upset anybody. But trying to take over somebody else's season without, it's just plain rude anyway. So we don't do that. Okay, but the temperature thing and pizza cooling, that's not rude. That's just something you have to do sooner or later anyway. I don't know. A few times I've tried to figure out how I could do that, and I measured it with a contact thermometer. I couldn't really see any difference in temperature at all. So I don't think I can. I do know there are some people that can, but I don't think I'm one of those people. No, Michele doesn't seem to have that ability. The Jedi are not allowed to use the powers unless it is official business. Michele's not a Jedi. Remember, no sorceresses, when you talk about ethics, normally do not live by the rule of ready. I do live by the rule of ready. And that also gets me into a heap of trouble, because a lot of the sorcerers I have seen videos on some of the people I see it on YouTube. They don't give a crap about the rule already. I think the rule already is just basically pomp and circumstance. When they want something done, they do it. Hell or high water. They don't worry about the ramifications. But for me, I live by the rule already, and I'm a sorceress. So it's like living two completely incompatible lifestyles, and yet making it work together. It's just like I'm a Christian, I'm a pagan at the same time. I'm trying to figure that one out. That's a challenge. That's a challenge enough. Michele, can you change? Okay, Michele is Sith. I don't really know much about the Sith in the Star Wars universe, so I can't say where I would be in the Star Wars universe concepts. But I try to look at my situation as you do what you gotta do when it has to be done, and as long as, like the rule already says, do as you will, but harm none. Well, in this case, I have one more thing. Do as you will, but do not step on anyone else's toes in the process. In other words, if you go into trying to be a real dickhead and you want to change the weather in your area, and it's not even your turf, or it's not your season, you're gonna get somebody really angry with you because you're violating the rules that were established. Okay, cooling your pizza does not quite count as the same thing as throwing a snowstorm in, say, in Big Sky, Montana. Okay, there's a big difference here. All right. Now, by the way, winter weather, I do not have exclusivity on snow. Okay, our other weather stewards that can use snow, it's a tool in their quiver of tools they can use if they choose to. Usually, the warmer weather stewards usually like to leave the snow as the least desirable tool because they like when it's warm and they like the rain, they like the thunderstorms, they like the wind, they like the lightning. Whether you talk about snow and hail, well, most of the time they rather use those as a last resort. Yeah, you don't usually see hail in the wintertime. But you know what? You need a really cold upper atmosphere to get hail. So, and that's one fact that is definitely true. Says, okay, my sensitivity concurs with me, Mr. Laugh. Channel the anger you feel from prank callers into cooling pizzas. Actually, Michelle doesn't have to be angry to cool pizza. The most important thing she has to do is she has to focus the energy from her hands into her other parts of the body. That's how she cools, by absorbing the heat. But the problem is, when you absorb the heat, you get hot. It's just like a refrigerator. It's just like an air conditioner. Okay, refrigerator is a perfect example. Okay, one side gets cold, that's in the box, okay? Or your food's in, say like a frozen pizza. And the other side is the outside fins, all the heat that's being collected from the box, absorbing in the to keep the pizza cold is coming out the back of the refrigerator. Well, it's the same thing. Well, if you're in body, you only can go so hot before you get into the potential of getting heat stroke. So you can't just go ahead and say take a boiling pot of water and bring it down to say, I don't know, say 100 degrees. I mean, that's 112 degrees Fahrenheit difference. Well, if you add the 112 degrees plus the 98.6 using Fahrenheit measurements to the human body, you're going to cook yourself. Okay? So you can't do that. In fact, if you read Battle of the Snow Teen, I talk about that. And that was actually what the character Lumi was talking about is the truth. That's exactly how you got to do it. You got to cool it in steps. You can't do it all at once. So if you're trying to bring a pizza from ready to burn your mouth off, say 400, 600 degrees Fahrenheit from the pizza oven, and you want to make it to something that your audience can eat, you're not going to sit there and try to absorb all the heat at one time without taking a break to remove the heat from some other means. That's why I wear light clothes in the summer, same like most people do. But I have a reason. At 85 degrees Fahrenheit, you know, Frankenstein temperature, right? Hey, our lemonade result said, I remember you were dripping sweat the last time you were at the ice cream social. You look like a wet rag. Absolutely. And I wasn't trying to cool pizza. Now imagine how hot and bothered I can get when I'm trying to cool pizza. She sweats pretty bad. I get pretty hot. So I have to do it in chunks to cool down the pizza without overcooking myself. Well, so it's okay. Well, he says here, he says, I would not have thought your powers worked that way. That's actually a cool idea. Yeah, well, it's just the way it works. See, to use hatred is quite the opposite of what you want to do. You want to absorb heat, not generate heat. Okay? I'm not a Sorville gas absorption refrigerator here. Okay, where I'm boiling the water and ammonia mix to actually result in cooling down of a pizza. Okay? You gotta basically absorbing the heat with your hands, and the heat is gonna go out through the rest of your bloodstream. And in fact, I'm thinking if you watch my temperature, I bet you anything, you will notice that the temperature of my body does rise a little bit. I'm just making a conjecture here. I don't actually have the thermometer right now. It's being used in my refrigerator, but I've used those same things in contact on my skin to see if I can see a difference. And the result was inconclusive because that sensor was too slow of an update refresh. After all, it's good for refrigerators. It's not good for measuring significant body temperature changes. So, yeah. Okay, so how many people are still on here? Right now? Right now! I have no idea. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. I see 4 watching right now, at least according to my phone. So I see 4 watching right. So that's a good clue. And let's see. I'm here, but it's winding down. Yeah, it is. It is winding down. It's getting close to that time of night. All right, it's already 9:07. So here, let me just go ahead and give you a recap for tomorrow. Okay. Right now, the way it's scheduled, we're going to have the Discord only live stream starting at 7 p.m. Eastern time. That is midnight Irish time. Okay, and then hopefully there'll be people to join us in chat. Both the text and the spoken chat, because it's being taped onto the computer as a voice chat. It's not going to be a video chat, so I'm going to have to read your comments as I go through. Then on Wednesday, we're going to have the YouTube, Twitch, Discord with phones live streams on Wednesday. Okay, at 7 p.m. Eastern time, midnight Irish time. And I still would like to try to consider having, for people in the from Europe that may want to be part of the stream that may be too late for them otherwise, maybe an earlier time so they can still be a part of the live stream. I was thinking possibly on a Saturday. So if anybody would like to comment on that, would you be willing to do a Saturday at say 2 p.m. Eastern time? So that there will be 7 o'clock their time in the UK. Well, our 11830 is going to help me test those theories. Yeah, he's going to be coming down with a thermometer on for the 17th and the 19th. So we're going to have at least some empirical evidence for the live stream, which I think would be a start. I think would be a start to see how that works. All right, so for now, give me a comment in the comment sections about if you guys are willing to possibly doing a Saturday at 2 o'clock Eastern time for the people from the UK and Ireland and France and Germany, so they can be part of the live stream as well. Okay, I'm open to your chat, open to your ideas, so don't be afraid to talk to me about it. Until then, I'll see you guys tomorrow for Discord in the studio at 7 o'clock. And we'll end up having the phone calls. Michelle's new headphones won't be here for about a week. Oh, maybe here, maybe Friday. Michelle bought some new headphones. We want to talk about this real quick. I can talk about them real quick. They are really, really cheap Chinesium Sonys. Let's see if I can get the specs on them here. Let's see. Gotta go to my eBay purchase history. Purchases. All right. The headphones I purchased are the Sony MDR ZX110 stereo headphones, black with mini plug to big plug adapter. So it's the Sony MDR ZX110 for the price of $19.95. Now these are pretty cheap plastic fold-up headphones. Let's see if we can pull the descriptions here. Okay, here we go. Here, this is what they look like. They're pretty cheap. They're not really that good. You surely can't even see it. Okay, that's the headphones right there. They're pretty cheap, but they should be fine for the studio, so that at least Krista has a pair of headphones too. We'll get rid of some of the squealer, and I think a lot of you guys have mentioned that you would like to see better headphones for Krista. So I figured might as well get some headphones at least as a backup. And I can also try to two on my own and see if they help my hearing any. They might make a difference. Alright guys, for now, that's a wrap. See you guys on Monday on Discord, okay? Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everybody.